Hi, we just watched an interview of Luke Groman where he mentions that as oil prices go up, it adds selling pressure to treasury bonds because foreign nations sell their foreign reserve in order to pay for oil. And so we wanted to see if, technically speaking, we can expect oil prices to go down. So we started with West Texas Intermediate, and we see that it is above this trading range according to the week of method. We would expect a retrace to the top of it to confirm the breakout, and it did not happen yet. However, we see here an RSI divergence, which suggests that the prices have made a top and are likely to go down. So we would expect a retrace till $83 a barrel. Now let's see if the Brent oil tells us a similar story, and we can find that yes, it does. In this case, we will also see RSI bearish divergence, and we'll expect $87 per barrel here on the Brent oil. So that being said, if this is correctly drawn, we can expect oil prices to move back in the near term, and this would allow then the 10-year yield to move down as well. Here we have identified an uptrend channel, and in this case we'll expect it either to retrace to the previous high that was on 4.35 or something above that, so not below 4.35. At the worst case, if we retrace till the mid of the channel, then it will be something in the 4.4 range. So that being said, it would allow the euro dollar to move up. As we see, it's in the bottom of downward channel, and we have here a resistance in 106 that started in previous century, so it will need a lot of volume in order to be breached, and it's not something that will happen at once unless there is something really meaningful happen that will allow this transition to be sharp and short. In this case, we expect it to be a false breaching, like it will temporarily cross it and move back below. That will be enough to make this test. This is our expectation. We have no idea what's going to happen. Now let's see pound. The pound dollar pair is in a similar configuration at the bottom of a channel. Again, like euro dollar, moving back from the oversold condition, testing the moving average in the RSI. It has a clear path here, as we see, to 124 at the top of the channel, corresponding to 107 in euro dollar pair. Let's see here dollar yen. Here it will have an uptrend channel. We are testing the top. Notice that all the figures here start in between July and August of this year. And here we have barely tested the mid of the channel, except temporarily here in the September, in the beginning of this month, and we could see something till that level again or below. So we're talking between 146, 143. However, if the BOJ interferes, we might lose the test the low 140s, maybe the up 130s, and then move back up. We don't know how it's going to happen, how this is going to evolve. However, we are expecting within normal conditions, assuming our premises here, assumptions here hold, that the region between 146 and 143 will be the target of this eventual pullback. Now let's check some indexes. We start with FTSE. And here what we have is an horizontal region. The FTSE is the index amongst the main ones that barely fell. And however, it faces an important resistance, which is this downtrend line. that corresponds to the all-time highs here and falling. So it will eventually take some time and effort to be definitely crossed to allow a test at the top of this trading range at 7700, and that might allow this resistance to make up for the bigger distance that others like CAC 40, for example, have. And pardon, and because they are exactly at the bottom of the region, so they have a longer way to go, assuming this week of method trading range is correctly drawn. Okay, so we would expect then here a test at 7400 if we cross all the channel. Now, however, is that possible? Well, we have verified here in this period in mid-August to end of the month, we had an excursion of the euro-dollar pair from the bottom to the top of its channel that corresponds to this move here. So yes, it is possible to cross this channel as euro dollar or pound dollar crosses their channel. So that's feasible. We don't know if that's going to happen, but it's feasible. At least it happened before. Now let's see euro next. And here we are in a similar situation. However, configuration, however, we decided to make it inclined. It's debatable if we should have used the same horizontal pattern for coherence, but this is what made more sense. If we wanted to insist on a horizontal channel, then we should realize that we have broken it up and we need to first retest it, then re-enter it, and then eventually try to test the top. In this case at 4400, if we remain with the inclined obliquous version, just a bit below 43.79, 43.80, give it or take. If we go till the mid of the channel, then we're talking between 4260, so something in between as we expect. And last, the SP 500, we see here again and downtrend channel, but we have as main guidelines here the trend lines that comes from the bottom in October as an uptrend trend line. And of course, we have this more recent top here at 4600 that will severe the move. So we are at the bottom of this channel. We just tested that trend line successfully. We have not broken it, and then we can expect thus a move to 44. Now give it or take perhaps to the mid of the channel, exactly 44, as we did here in August. So end August, late August. So something in between in the 44s, hundreds. Exactly, we don't know. So in summary, as oil prices move down, we see in tandem 10-year yield moving down, and as a consequence, euro dollar, cable, dollar yen moving accordingly against the dollar. So euro pound going up, dollar yen going down, and we see the main index, namely FTSE, CAC 40, Euronext, and SP 500 moving up. Thank you very much for your time. See you next.